guys have Minnesota sports flowing in their veins. Mackey and Judd on Score North and ScoreNorth.com.
Write this down.
All right.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
It's the OG Score North podcast here, Mackey and Judd, and the OG edition of Write That Down. Going back about 10 years worth of predictions. We've been tracking stats on this show since 2018. The only show in America that actually shows you how wrong we are on a regular basis with statistics. Before we jump into the accountability session, the Write That Down predictions, and whatever else we get into here, let's shout out MSP Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Judd.
Yep, and guess what, folks? If you are thinking about going ductless, guess what the best thing to do? Call MSP. They're a Mitsubishi Elite Diamond contractor for ductless, and they know what they're doing. Older home, no ductwork is no problem. MSP specializes in smart and efficient ductless installs. They also know these systems aren't cheap, so if you want it done right, MSP will help you get the best thing for your budget and also for your home. Quiet, efficient, no ugly renovations done, just comfort where it's needed. MSP been serving the Twin Cities for over 100 years, local and trusted. Heck, trusted by Sports Dad, so you can trust them as well. Give them a call, 651-615-4292, or check out their website, callmsp.com, callmsp.com.
Write this down.
All right, dudes. Here are the rules. 3 predictions from everybody each week. They must be quantifiable in some form. We keep track of batting averages and home runs. And a home run is generally if something has a 25% chance or less of happening, give or take. It's hard to put an exact percentage on most predictions. Then it rises to the level of a home run. And listeners, if you want to be like Cole, who's going to make his guest listener debut on Write That Down, you can send Declan a message through the Score North app. We'll get you scheduled for an upcoming Write That Down session. Are you guys ready to be held properly accountable?
Not really, but let's go.
Mentally, emotionally?
Yeah, spiritually. Thanks, PJ.
We'll start with Judd. You said Drake Lindsay, Gophers quarterback, would throw 4 or more touchdowns against Northwestern State. Really poor performance. He only had 1 touchdown against Northwestern State.
I should have said Gopher quarterbacks.
Dude, they had...
God. Oh.
They stopped the game early, right? Was it because of weather? Or was it just
nope.
I think we're good.
Lightning in the area. 6 minutes left or so?
They should have waited it out.
I believe they played 3, if I'm not mistaken, they played 3 QBs, including former Gopher basketball player Jim Schickenjansky's kid, right? Max?
Schickenjansky, yeah.
Max Schickenjansky.
You know what's funny? Maybe I just don't follow Gopher football, like the depth chart as closely, but I am Facebook friends with Jim. It's Jim, right? Jim Schickenjansky.
Yeah, I watch Jim.
And so I happened to open up that morning. I'm not on Facebook really ever, and I maybe once a week we'll just open it up, peruse through it for a few minutes.
Yeah.
More of an Instagram, Twitter, some TikTok guy. Yeah. But I opened it up, and one of the first photos was Jim Schickenjansky with his son in like a suit outside the Gopher Stadium, and I was like, oh, he's got like a kid that plays football for the Gophers. That's cool. And then 2 hours later, my wife and I are watching the game, and all of a sudden, Schickenjansky comes into the game, and I said, "Hey, this is why you log into Facebook.
Yep.
Every once in 2 months, you get to see people and their families and photos. It's great." Anyways.
I'm not going to throw any stones because I know there's a Gopher prediction coming off the board for me that was hilarious. So
yeah, we'll get there.
Yep.
Judd, you said the Twins would steal 80 or more bases in 2025. They're up to 91, 93 or something.
They are the 85 Cardinals right now.
Dude, Keaschall's going to wind up with 20 if you don't watch out.
Everyone's got the
12.
green light, Phil. Everyone.
Around and find out.
I've got it.
I mean, sometimes they have the green light. And when there's a fly ball to left and you're on second base, how about a yellow light in that situation for Austin Martin?
Matt Wallner stealing bags, boys.
Swipe them. All right, a few things came off the board for me. I said the Chargers would beat the Chiefs and the Jets would beat the Steelers. Steelers knocked home a game-winning field goal. The Jets had a commanding lead late in that game. I said Travis Kelce would not be on the field for the Chiefs for week 1. I thought he might retire, kind of watching him last year. He was out there, kind of. said the Falcons would cut Kirk Cousins before week 1, and he'll be a Cleveland Brown or a Raider.
Cousins?
The Raiders are in the Raiders are what, Seattle now with Geno and Pete Carroll. That's a good combination.
Yeah, Geno can play a little bit.
Yeah,
He can play a
absolutely.
little bit. I said by week 2, a wide receiver will have either worked out or signed with the Vikings. And Declan had the same prediction on Purple Daily, and it's correct for both of us. You could probably fight this, but then Thielen, because it was a trade, but Thielen did sign he literally signed a new contract.
I wondered during the Purple Daily, write that down, why you signed off on this so quickly, and now I know why.
I was attached to Declan on this.
Because you were attached to Declan, which just goes, that goes to show that if you make the same predictions on different shows, Judd's going to lose, you guys are going to win.
But if you would have been attached to Declan on this one, I'm trying to figure out would I have fought both of you to make it wrong?
There's no question. There's no question. I don't know what Dex thinks, but there's no question in my mind, because you would have said, well, he didn't really, he reworked his contract, but he was already signed, and it was a trade. You would have fought it.
Do you want to fight
Declan.
it?
Yep. No.
Staying quiet. Not saying a word.
It's 2 against 1. It's not even worth it.
Also,
It's
they did work him out. Like after they traded for him, he was on the field for practice.
Quarter, write that down law, man.
yeah, this is a quarter. Write that down. All right. A rigged court. Anyway.
Listeners, Jonas said the Vikings will combine for at least 4 sacks of Caleb Williams in week 1. It was only 2.
Yeah, too bad.
Should have been 100.
Yes.
Max said the Twins would finish the season above 500. You can mathematically pour that one out. He made this prediction on July 2nd, and they hit their 81st loss last night. It's now mathematically impossible for the Twins to finish above 500. Logan said the Vikings would score a rushing touchdown, something that they only did 9 times last year, but they'll score one in week 1 against Dub Bears.
It's funny what a mobile quarterback can do for you.
Yeah. By the way, that play, really fun to look at that play with a guy who knows what he's looking at in Booney on the Trenches episode.
Cool.
So we don't have the all 22 queued up here, but they were on the right hash mark, like the rushing touchdown. Right hash mark.
Yep.
So the field was to the left, right? The wide side of the field. Mm-hmm. Trips left. So they're pulling defenders over to the left to the field side. And on the right side, you had TJ Hawkinson in line next to the tackle with one cornerback, or maybe it was a safety, but a defensive back kind of like covering TJ Hawkinson.
Yes.
And you had a linebacker that was manned up with Jordan Mason. So they faked the handoff to Jordan Mason to the left to pull the linebacker.
Yep.
Hawkinson runs a route to the pylon, and the safety has to cover him in case it's a pass. And also because of the fake handoff, the edge rusher kind of bites on the inside, and all McCarthy had to do was beat the defensive lineman to the edge and get a block from Hawkins. It was a perfectly designed, brilliant play call at the exact right time.
That's what we in the business call an unscouted look too, because the Vikings don't have they didn't have that play.
They weren't running that in 2022.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and
say that.
Sam could move a little bit, but I mean, he was not a real threat, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we like to call a unscouted look that the Falcons will now be all over when they're doing their film.
And as Boone pointed out, it was unscouted, and now that it's scouted, it doesn't mean that like, we've now it's like you can run 5 other plays off that same action.
Right.
You can hand it to Mason, and the edge rusher has to wait for a second in case JJ pulls it, because it's an RPO at that point.
It is. And JJ can then abort that and do something else. And plus, guess what, too? You got people up front now that want to destroy guys.
Yeah. Unlike Garrett Bradbury, who didn't want it bad enough.
He's too nice a guy.
Declan had a primetime parlay go south. You came close on this. You had Eagles winning, Bills winning, great comeback, Vikings winning in a great comeback, and the Chiefs winning in Brazil on Friday.
Oh.
Chiefs.
Man, like, if you were to take that Chiefs game out and look at the win probability of Bills-Vikings at their lowest point.
I know. And there was 4 primetime games. So, I know I usually do the 3 items, but there was 4. So, like, this wasn't even me, like, adding the 4th as a rant. Like, there was a standalone game, so I wanted to include it. I didn't want it not to be involved. But
4, I mean, 4 is just a lot. Like, 4 is pressing your luck of any prediction, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of games. in the National Football League. You said the Gophers would win in week 2 against Northwestern State, but they would score 30 points or fewer.
Oh, yeah.
I think
they had 35 points in the first quarter.
Yeah. If you remember right, though, I was trying to find a spread, and they don't post. I think they eventually did post something like on Friday night.
49 or something.
Yeah. And because I was like, all right, I have to pivot this, I audibled, I called it the line. I was like, you know what, but they're just not going to score a lot of points. And boy, was that a wrong audible. I was a pick 6 the other way.
You know what we both did, Dex?
It was like McCarthy.
We both picked a really bad game to make write that down predictions about for different reasons.
Yeah.
But like I should have thought the quarterback's going to get pulled, and you should have thought or known, and we didn't. I mean, Northwestern State is barely like a real team.
It's
also
really bad.
Hilarious that Northwestern State is located in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
It would have taken me, I mean, there's only 50 options to choose from when you're guessing which state that college is in.
Yeah.
I would have plowed through 40 of those before I got to Louisiana.
Yes, I know.
Yep. And hopefully the Gophers never see that team again.
Oh, God.
It was kind of pointless in that it was basically just a cardio workout for a while, right? You didn't really learn anything.
It was great for backups, probably.
Yeah. So, yeah, if they would have left their starters in full gas, they would have scored over 100 points by the end of the third quarter.
Correct. Yep. And I wish that they had, because then my write that down would have come true.
Yeah. And then you said Ryan Jeffers would have a corner locker at some point in 2025, just waiting for that Erasmo, who is the tenured reliever. Yeah. Waiting for him to get bounced. And he did. So step on up, Ryan Jeffers. All right, so look at the crunched, and I should have elevated the listeners above. The listeners have taken the batting average lead here at 297.
Wow. Bravo.
I'm at 294, Judd 284, Declan 277. So just 20 batting average points separating all four of us.
Love it.
And the home run race is even tighter. You guys each have 4 home runs. Listeners and myself each have 3 home runs. And then the career stats going back to 2018. Declan is the batting average leader at 342. Judd, the hit king, at 378, closing in on 400 career hits. And listeners with 73 home runs in their career. So there's the accountability session, boys.
Very nice.
Write that down style. Let's get Cole in here, making his Write That Down debut.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, dude. What's your background as a Minnesota sports fan, man?
Yeah, so big Vikings fan. I live in Iowa and Des Moines, so 3.5 hours away. Grew up a Vikings fan. I'm actually a Lakers fan, but I always tell people, the Minneapolis Lakers.
Wow.
So same color scheme. It works out for me in my clothes.
Wait, so did you? I mean, Iowa, you are a sports free agent
Yeah.
in Iowa, so there's a bajillion ways you could go. There's a lot of like Chiefs fans in
Yeah,
Iowa.
there's a
and
ton. My
Cubs
brother's
fans.
a Chiefs fan. Yep.
But how did you consider the Timberwolves at all, or were they just so bad when you were younger that you decided to pick Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, that's essentially it. I picked Kobe Bryant and stayed a Lakers fan. I haven't watched much of him now with LeBron there, but once he's gone, I'll tune back in.
Oh wow! So you're out on the LeBron Lakers.
I have been the entire time. I hated it. Worst decision they could have ever made.
So you don't count the bubble championship?
No, not a chance.
Come to the Wolves now, man.
I love
like,
this.
come on
The water's
over.
warm. You've completed your mission.
Great.
You've done enough as a Lakers fan. Come back home.
And you've got right by you the Timberwolves G League team. So
Yeah.
like now you can go scout the young guys. Like, come on in. There's plenty
Actually,
of
you
room
know
for
what?
us.
I go to a bunch of those Iowa Wolves games because floor seats, I'm telling you, they're like $25
Yeah.
a game. Super
Dude,
affordable.
I had a
We gotta get
blast
down there.
there at that preseason game. Like, was on the first ones. And then I'm sitting there waiting for a beer, and there's Tim Connolly on the phone, like a man of the people, just roaming the concourse.
'Cause no one knows who he
the
is.
Wells
Just
Fargo Arena.
working on a 2-way contract in the concourse.
That building, I would trade Target Center for that building right now, straight up. I like that
Or
building.
KC Center? I think you're crazy, honestly.
I like that building. I'm
No
a big
way,
fan.
no
I
way.
liked it. Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know if
Wait.
I'd
So
trade
you
it.
said floor seats at a G League game, which sounds like a really fun concept. So what does it cost to sit like feet on the floor at a G League game?
Yeah, so on average, it's like $95. But, when you get later in the season, if they're not playing for anything, you can get them for 15, 20, $25.
See, wouldn't that be a fun
sounds
night
like a road
out
trip.
with your friends?
Hey, you guys come on me. I'll pay for it.
But we have to dress up like you would if you were balling out at like Staples Center. You put like Judd with a fur coat. We all have sunglasses on.
Can I just
and
say
we're
this, too?
feet on the floor at a G League game.
With Cole's current setup here, I feel like you're about to start asking me job questions. Like you got the nice collared shirt on, you got the very formal background. I feel like you're about to be like, okay, guys, here's what I need from you. If you were to work for us, what exactly would you bring to the company?
What would you bring to the company, Judd? The company that Cole works at?
I would bring a lot of complaints about current status of things, how I would change them.
What about solutions? Do you have any solutions, or just polluting the air with complaints?
I always come through with solutions. You know that. I got solutions.
But
baby.
you can't lead the job interview by saying how much you're going to complain about things without offering some solution path.
I'll bring change, and I don't even know what you do, Cole. I'll just bring change.
Oh, we lost Cole's audio.
Oh no!
There we go. We're back. Okay.
Okay. I was gonna say I do interview people pretty regularly, Judd. So if you want to meet up after this, we can practice.
Okay.
I would do this. I would watch a full episode of that.
What is your job? What's your job?
Insurance.
Oh, yeah, I got ideas for that.
There we go. I'd like to hear 'em.
premiums, and things like that. Yeah.
That's right. Judd, what's your favorite premium?
The one where I call the Iowa Wolves and get like 6 on-floor season tickets for the company.
That premium. Yeah.
There you go.
And then we're recruiting prospective clients. Hey, would you like to go to the game? Feet on the floor, probably a nice parking space.
Love it. So, Cole, we're going to start with you. You make your first prediction. Over to Judd, Dex, and then I'll round it out. We'll make 3 trips around the room. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You're first up.
Okay, I have 3 Vikings predictions, 2 game and 1 end of year prediction. So the first one would be JJ McCarthy passes for at least 200 yards and runs for 1 touchdown. At least 1 touchdown.
All right. Let's go. Use those legs, man. Use those legs.
He will too.
That athletic
I'm very
ability.
confident that will not be curtailed.
Yeah. Okay, Judd.
All right. Just look this up. So the Gophers are playing Cal late night on Saturday, and they are currently 1.5-point favorites. They will win by 7 or more points. I watched some of the Cal game on ESPN Plus on Saturday, and they won by a ton because they played a really crappy team. I'm not that impressed, though. I think the Gophers, well, first of all, I think the Gophers are good.
Yeah.
I think they found a quarterback in Lindsay who is good. So I think they win by a touchdown or more. 7 or more points, Dex.
Those are kind of weird games. It's time zone, 2-hour difference, late night, road, ESPN. That'd be a nice little win, and it would be a nice push toward the over 6.5 for those that are
Absolutely.
interested.
Absolutely.
Go get it.
Write this down.
All right, Dex.
All right, write this down. I'll have 3 more cracks at this. But with the Vikings and Twins winning on the road earlier on Sunday or Monday night, write this down. The Twins and Vikings will win on the same day at some point again in 2025. So there's three cracks this Sunday and the 2 other following Sundays. So the Vikings and Twins will win on the same day again at some point in 2025.
Wow. Will they do it on the road again at the same time? They can't really because it's the next road game, like true road game for the Vikings, isn't for a long time.
Yeah.
No, yes, this is correct because the Vikings. Wait, no, the last 162. The Twins are in Philly, and
the Vikings are in Europe.
You're putting a lot of faith, by the way, by saying that the Twins will win a game at all. But I appreciate your.
They got absolutely drubbed last night. One of the underlying stories that isn't getting enough attention in baseball. That's just it's so sad. Mike Trout's career is basically like coming to an end, and I mean he'll probably play for a few more years. But that dude is a shell of his former self. He missed every opportunity to leave that Angels franchise.
This is him.
It's 100% on him that he didn't want to go play with a better run organization. And you're watching him. He's batting like 230 or something this year. His power is basically
He's
gone
so beat
compared
up.
to where it was.
He's so physically decimated.
It's really sad. You know what?
Write this down.
In the spirit of our conversation here, Cole has inspired me to make an Iowa Timberwolves prediction.
An insurance prediction.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it's insurance for their centers on the main roster. Rocco Zikarsky, the Queensland, Australia, 18-year-old, 7'2" center. They drafted 2 teenage centers. I'm going to say this: Rocco Zikarsky will have a 15 rebound game or more at some point for the Iowa Wolves this season. Rocco Zikarsky will corral 15 rebounds or more in a G League game for the Iowa Wolves. Write it down.
Write this
And
down.
you know, and Cole's going to have feet on the ground, $30.
That's what
inside
it's
that
got to
arena.
be.
He'll
I like
document it in person for us.
I like
You know
it.
what? If you guys haven't been to like a Iowa Wolves game in the last couple of years, 15 rebounds, it might happen opening night. I mean, there's a lot of missed shots. Yeah, a lot of missed shots.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right,
It's,
back to Cole. Oh, go
It's
ahead.
Kurt. Is it Kurt Warner's jersey that's retired in there?
Yeah, Barnstormers. Yep.
Yeah, the
sure is.
Barnstormers.
Yep.
right.
Remember
Isn't that
seeing
neat? That's
last
pretty
year.
cool.
It's amazing. And they're going to retire Rocco Zikarsky's jersey after he grabs 15 rebounds in the first quarter.
Kurt's the type of guy that deserves that, though. You see? That's the difference
and
between
why
Mikko Koivu and Kurt Warner. He deserves
Well,
it.
why does Kurt Warner deserve to have his jersey retired and/or statues?
Barnstormers won a championship? Or is it he's a legend? He's a legend.
I think
in Iowa.
championship is what
He
the
worked-
Barnstormers won a championship.
He's a Hy-Vee grocery store legend.
Yeah,
exactly
exactly.
right. That's exactly right. He is a legend in the state.
Well, this is a carryover argument from a different podcast that loses all context here, but we essentially argued about whether Bud Grant should have a statue outside U.S. Bank Stadium, and I played devil's advocate and said the reason who was the statue that we were talking
Bud
about?
Grant.
Oh, Winnipeg. That Bud Grant had a statue in Winnipeg because they won championships. I said, if you're the Vikings, you've gone this long without statues. Don't you just wait until someone wins a championship and make that your first statue? I'm just saying.
Bud Grant's a
think so.
legend. Kurt Warner's a legend. Legends deserve statues.
Judd, what's your second prediction?
No, I think
Write it
Oh,
down.
yeah,
You
yeah,
like
yeah.
It's
writing
Cole.
things
Oh,
down.
sorry, Cole. My bad.
That's okay. Vikings win against the Falcons this Sunday, but it's by less than 6 points.
ooh,
Okay. Close
see that.
game.
I can see that.
Maybe another fourth quarter comeback, huh?
Write it down. You like writing things down.
We'll see.
Okay.
Now, I've made this prediction previously, and I think it got taken off the board as wrong. And I thought I had made the prediction again, but I cannot find it in my notes or in my document. So if I have, tell me. Rocco Baldelli will be fired or will step down as the Twins manager by October 5th. I made
You had one for a different deadline at one point that
Yes.
passed.
But yeah, so that's off the board. I thought I had reinstated it, but I can't find it.
Here it was. It was Rocco Baldelli would be fired by August 1st.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
And then we
so
took it off the board because, August
that was
1st.
wrong. Okay, so he will be fired or step down. I want to be very careful with my verbiage here. As manager of the Twins by October 5th.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Dex is next year, but
Oh, boy.
you've got my wheels turning on the manager thing right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right.
Write this down. Luke Keaschall, I think after yesterday, is hitting 319 on the season. Yes.
Would you sit him for the
319.
rest of the year to preserve his 300 batting average?
Oh,
might
God.
consider
Just
that.
great salad. That's all I know for Luke. He's got the great salad.
But write this down. Luke Keaschall will finish 2025 hitting 315 or higher. I think this dude just hits, man. He's a great hitter. Fielding is a little bit of a journey.
Till next year when
Yeah.
the Twins start to work with Luke and he hits 218 and gets sent down.
When the league adjusts and then the organization and Luke have no answers and then his career spirals, it's a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
This franchise.
I'm just glad
Write
that
it down.
Dex
You like writing
agrees
things
that
down.
Luke Keaschall at second base is a wild card right now.
Write this down. It's a parlay because I also think Rocco will not be the manager of the Twins in 2026. So part one is, well, how about I'll make it this way. It'll be kind of a pseudo parlay. the next manager of the Minnesota Twins will have played a game in the Twins organization previously. Off the record, I love the Torrey Hunter idea. Love the Torrey Hunter idea that Trevor brought up the last 2 Tuesdays with Plouffe on the Twin Show.
Yep.
And the fact that Torrey's been a part of the Angels organization, he's been in and around the Twins organization 5 years ago as a special assistant. He's been in the dugout for the Angels, and he apparently wants to manage. And it's like a lot of these managers you don't have the power and influence that you did 20 or 30 years ago. So is there someone that can connect better with players, create a better, more competitive culture, somebody that can help sell some tickets maybe, and just get the organization moving in a different, spicier direction? Maybe it's a train wreck at the end of the day, but they're already a train wreck. So like, what do you have to lose trying something like Torrey Hunter? That's my unofficial way of predicting Torrey Hunter.
I don't disagree with you. I just don't know, unless the minority investors come in and can mandate something like that, I don't see Falvey bringing Torrey in. And I don't think the poll ads will. This is the problem. Poll ads should say, we don't care, right? Like, we're going to hire him. But, I mean, Thad Levine basically got chased away. I mean, Torrey is an alpha personality, which is why Plouffe likes him, which is why I think he might be good. But yeah. This team is so temperamental about everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
You're not wrong about that. Okay, Cole, what's your third and final prediction?
Final prediction: Brian Flores wins the AP Assistant Coach of the Year award this year.
Yeah.
Nice. Second last year, is that right?
Yep, second last year.
Ben Johnson? Did
Yep.
he win it last year?
Yeah, Ben Johnson won it.
Okay. Yeah, I still think he's going to get the lawsuit. Probably has to. That's maybe another year or two, whatever. But really curious to see what Brian Flores looks like in his next head coaching stint, because I think it's going to happen. But it has to be an established quarterback, somebody that's like fully cooked. I keep bringing up the Bengals because the Bengals have a terrible defense. They'd be probably willing to take a shot on. Because they're not going to be the team that goes out and pays like $15-20 million a year for top head coaching candidates. Mm-hmm. So you could kind of buy low on Brian Flores. Flores says, Joe Burrow, you go cook over here with your offensive coordinator. I will fix this defense, and we will meet on Sunday. It'll be great.
If you're the Wolves, don't you just throw the checkbook at him, though, and say, however much you want, 5 years, let's lock you in. Like,
you could. I mean, he's already, I think, one of the highest paid coordinators in the NFL, because I do think they're good about spending on that. But if you're Flores and you have an ego, like a healthy ego, you'd love another crack to run your own program, as they say.
It's interesting. He is in the last year of his contract, and unless it's gone unreported, there's been no extension. So it'll be very interesting to see what transpires here between the lawsuit. I mean, he definitely has a presence about him. So I think there's a lot of interesting things at work here as to where his future might be.
Yeah. Great stuff, man. Cole.
Bringing it.
Loving the predictions from Cole here. Since you've got this life-altering platform here, Cole, is there anyone you'd like to thank that helped you get to this moment today?
Just you guys, man. Thank you for keeping me occupied daily. You know, I first found you guys 3 years ago after the Colts game, or maybe it wasn't 3 years ago, where we came back. You know, I was on YouTube looking up post-game interview and found you guys, and I've been listening to you daily since. So really appreciate all the work, the effort, the time you guys put into this. It makes following along a lot easier, honestly. So thank you guys.
Dude,
thank you.
Cole, thank you, man, for the kind words. And that episode, that remains the only episode of Vikings Vent Line that we went live at halftime, because people were like, fire everybody. Let's do this.
Yep.
Absolutely wild. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Cole. Appreciate you. Good luck with your predictions. All right, we'll get to our final predictions here in just a moment. North American Banking Company is helping power Write That Down predictions. They're here to give you a better banking experience, whether it's for checking and savings, the basics, the blocking, the tackling, or something bigger. Maybe you're buying a home, tackling a renovation, setting up a new business. I also love that North American Banking Company is Minnesota-based. They are invested in the Twin Cities, and you can get to know real human beings at these branches that handle your money and your finances. Find out more information at nabankco.com/Mackey. That's nabankco.com/Mackey. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And Green Mill Pizza along for the ride today. Write this down. Green Mill Pizza is something you're going to enjoy this weekend, potentially. Green Mill Pizza while you're watching football, while you've got maybe pregame for the Purple, brewing on Sunday night, throw a couple in the pizza oven, and boom, you've got iconic Green Mill restaurant pizza from the freezer of the grocery store, freezer section, right to your kitchen, to your dining room table, tavern-style pizza. Find out more at greenmillfoods.com. All right, dudes.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
Judd, what's your final prediction?
Okay, college football. This is going to seem arbitrary, but I think it's an easy point. Of course, famous last words. Write this down. Florida, the Gators, will fire Coach Billy Napier before the end of the season.
Yeah. Dude, their schedule.
They lost to South Florida by 2 points on Saturday. They were 18.5-point favorites, and like their next 4 or 5 games are killer. So
yeah,
he's not going to survive the season.
They lose the South Florida game after beating Long Island University 55-rip in week 1.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Yep,
but they get their next 4 weeks are at number 3 LSU, at number 5 Miami, home against number 7 Texas, and then at number 16 Texas A&M. If he's still employed by then, Georgia, number 6 in the country, on November 1st, and then 3 more ranked teams, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Florida State to wrap the season.
Yep, good luck with that. Good luck with that. I want my write that down point.
I think you're going to get it. Pretty sure.
Write it down. You like writing things down.
All right, Dex.
Yeah, one more prediction from me here. But by the way, scorenorth.com/donate to we still have a couple days left here. We're raising money for Annunciation. We raised over $7,000, so thank you to everyone.
That's amazing.
Who has donated. Whatever you feel inclined to donate towards, we're going to hand this money over to the community and the school here in the next coming days. So scorenorth.com/donate if anything you'd like to donate to help that community. So write this down, though. The Houston Astros, so they're currently still in the lead in the AL West. They have they're a game up on Seattle. I think they're like 3, let's see here, in the wild card race. Like, they're still in the mix. I think they have a 60% shot to make the playoffs. But write this down. The Houston Astros will miss the postseason. They're reeling right now. They've lost 7 of 10. I don't love their pitching after Hunter Brown. Thank you.
Fat fingers there. No, it's actually Carlos Correa trying to lead.
I was going to say, do you love their third baseman?
He's been solid for them. But here's also what's crazy about Texas. So the Texas Rangers are a game and a half out of the wild card race. They're 76-70, so 6 games above 500. But they have a plus 88 run differential. Mm-hmm. They should be 20 games over 500, and they're not.
Crazy.
If you just look at their runs scored and runs allowed. I think Seattle, by the way, is just the best team in that division. So I think the Houston Astros are going to fall on their face, and they will miss the postseason.
Oh, rip my heart out. That's gonna
I don't know
really
how you could
me.
miss the postseason when you have such great leadership, though, in your clubhouse.
Corner locker guy, Carlos Correa. God, it's great to see.
That Valdez thing with crossing up his catcher was wild.
Actionable.
Wild.
Actionable is what
that was amazing.
Oh,
and then trying to deny
rips
it.
a fastball at him.
Insane poise. I forget who was the starting catcher there, but like insane poise by that catcher not to be like, I'm gonna rip this dude's bleeping head off. Like,
well, I mean, you at least go down in the tunnel after the inning and duke it out, don't you?
Dallas Braden said, like on Twitter, like when I was pitching, like I crossed up my catcher probably a dozen times in my minor league. Like it's happened. It happens before. Yeah. But immediately it's a conversation with my catcher up. Oh, dude, my bad. I bleeped that up. But like that was just a deliberate bleep you to his own catcher.
And you know what? God. And you know what? Dallas Braden didn't have pitch com. Fastball.
Yeah.
Curveball. Changeup.
Yeah.
You know, he had a guy with fingernail paint going, You know.
Yeah, and if it gets
And it got
if it gets
mixed
a little
up.
crusty in the 7th inning or something, you can't. Oh, is that 2 finger? I don't know. I'm just
Is
gonna.
that pink or blue nail
I'm
polish?
just gonna chuck this.
I can't tell.
Okay, final prediction. Write this down.
Write this down.
I'm gonna give you a JJ McCarthy prediction here.
Ooh.
I don't think that's his last fourth quarter comeback of the season. I think he's going to have at least 4 fourth quarter comebacks, as classified as the Football Reference statistic.
Like it.
On the season. So he'll have at least in the regular season, he'll have at least 4 fourth quarter comeback victories. Write it down. Because I could see games where he does go through growing pains like that, and boy, why are they losing, to the Giants right now, 21-17 going into the fourth quarter, and he has to sort of snap out of it. I could see that playing out a few times.
So only in the regular season, though?
Yeah, we'll say I'm not saying he won't have some postseason fourth quarter comebacks.
Yeah,
That'll be a separate prediction down the road, though.
Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, that'll just be a separate prediction. Maybe he'll have 4 of them in the playoffs too. Huh?
A legend.
If that happens, you can do the math.
Well, if that happens, we got a statue.
Yes, we can agree on that.
With Bud Grant.
If JJ McCarthy
Bud
has
Grant, JJ.
together. All right, those are the Write That Down predictions here. The OG edition of Write That Down on the OG Score North podcast. Mackey and Judd. See you guys.